blurb in the middle saying wireless connection gone. Okay, I think I'm back up. Hello, hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's Perspective for Tuesday, November 22nd, 2016. We are really racing toward the end of the year. And so today's perspective, I want to encourage you to hold out and finish strong. Too many of us are already like coasting to the end of the year. We are mentally the year is gone. And we've got too many days left in this year to prepare for 2017. So, we've got 39 days and counting, literally, to finish strong in this new year. There is still time to set in order the foundation and the platform for 2017 to be a phenomenal year. Phenomenal. This is what I know for sure. If you want anything different, if you want it bigger, if you want it better, if you want more peace, if you want stronger relationships, you fill in the blank. If you want it to be different in 2017, you are going to have to think in different ways, in ways you've never thought of before. You've heard the saying, if you want things different, you have to do things differently. That doing starts with what is going on up here. Okay, the way you think, the way we think through things makes a difference. And if you're going to change your results, you have got to change the way you think, because it doesn't happen any other way. Hoping and a wishing and a praying and okay. If you don't change the way you think, the results will remain the same. So I want you to think about, what are you saying to yourself on a regular basis? What are you allowing to be said to you? Okay. We have 24 hours in the day. All of us. White, black, male, female, rich, poor, educated, uneducated. Everybody gets 24 hours. We get 168 hours every week. What are you feeding yourselves? Because this thing up here is a fertile ground. What are you allowing to be fed to you? Because we're just going through on autopilot, not being conscious of what's happening to us around us. God, in his infinite wisdom, gave us the most powerful tool available out there, this mind. And then the writer of Proverbs said, for as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Modern philosophers took it and twisted it and said, man is not what he thinks he is, but what he thinks he is. What are you saying to yourself? What are you allowing others to say to you? What are you saying to your children? What are you saying to those very young fertile grounds that are surrounding you? We've got to fiercely guard what we feed ourselves. We can't be casual. It impacts our behavior, and therefore it impacts our results. Okay, you see people who are living lives that are just full and rich and full of love, full of relationship, full of joy, full of peace, health and prosperity and wealth. All starts right here. So often it's the easier way, the quicker way to say, well, yeah, he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He's got the money. He's got the education. He got more degrees than a thermometer. That's why. Okay. It starts with us individually, because we all know, or at least we've read about too many people who start with nothing but a mind and the will. Okay. So we can't be casual. even in a natural state, if you don't do anything to a garden, to your backyard, weeds will grow without any work whatsoever. And even a sunflower, as pretty as they are, that's a weed. We've got to be intentional with our minds and what we are feeding ourselves, because it shows up in our behavior and it ends in our results in our lives. Our health. To a tremendous, I was just listening to a podcast the other day from a medical doctor who has sort of changed the entire way she thinks and practices medicine, because she is beginning to understand the power of what we speak to ourselves. The power of what we speak to ourselves, not just the placebo effect. Okay. So I'm going to encourage you as we round out these last 39 days. We've got 39 days. That's too many to coast and say, I'll catch you in the new year. Well, what are we doing between now and the 1st of January? Okay. Let's be conscious of what we allow our thoughts to think of, our mind to think on. We got to be conscious of it. It's not what you think you are, but what you think you are. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Okay. I think I've got time. I shared this on the teaching call. I so love this poem and the reality of you create your life. You bargain with life and you'll get from it what you bargain for. Listen to this real quick. It's called My Wage. I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is a just employer. He gives you what you ask. But once you've set the wages, why, you must bear the task. I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked of life would have willingly paid. Okay, it's time to move out. Hey, Claudia, I hear you. Action, action. We got to think this thing through, okay? Stop settling for mediocrity. We can have what we want to have, and it starts here. Are we thinking on purpose? Okay, that is it for me today. I am encouraging you to go out and think on purpose, or else some weeds are going to grow and the results are going to show up in your life. If you have an opportunity, join me on Friday at 12 noon Pacific time for a teaching call. More of this in not 6 or 7 minutes, okay? As we prepare to head into 2017. I'll put the details for the call on Facebook. Until then, take real good care of yourself.